All right, we're going to move on to new business, agreement with Wight Company for design and construction of repairs and improvement to the Riverside Brookfield High School natatorium. So I'm going to throw it to you guys to talk
Mind if
about.
I say something first, John?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We talked about this at great length many times in the Facilities Council, and Kevin has given you many updates. So people understand, there's been a problem with the air in our swimming pool almost since it was repaired and, built, and Tim and Joel Hatchie and Kevin, maybe Pam too, but I know the other three have spent a lot of time and energy looking at all the alternatives, and you might recall there were other things fixed along the way, like pumps and the lights for the filtering system, etc. And what it came down to is Tim and Kevin, along with some help from our outside counsel, worked with Wight and hired Environ to look at the current condition there to see what could we do to improve it, and it came down to three things. The first one was the air handling device has never really operated properly. Well, I shouldn't say that because we'd have another issue. It hasn't operated properly in at least a couple of years. So one part of the agreement is the school district is going to spend about $5,000 or $6,000, right, Tim, to repair the Ceresco unit the way it was designed so that it can be maintained properly, because the air will not work properly in there unless that happens. The second thing is that you may recall they made some changes doing the balance test that I think somebody even reported here. You can see ripples on the water. What causes the bad air in the pool generally is the like sweat in essence from people mixing with the chlorine, and it creates ammonia, and that's what bothers people in the pool. So if they push it off the water, it needs to be sucked up into our exhaust system, and there's no place to suck it up in our pool. So what Wight's going to do, and it was our environs design, they're going to put new ductwork on the east side of the pool so that as the air blows the contaminants across, they'll be sucked out and sent out of the pool, and that should really enhance the air quality in there. And the last, and as part of that, we have a warranty and agreement that it's going to be tested. We can do a balance test again. We even have, it's a 6 or 9 month warranty, but if the temperature doesn't go below about 32 5 times and above 90 or something, higher temperature 5 times, it extends for another period of about 6 or 9 months. And because they need the temperature differential to make sure it works. And the last thing is, besides Joel now having the specific, we hired the contractor to maintain our Ceresco unit who's certified on Ceresco units, and Joel has the proper maintenance information now. So we'll be maintaining it properly, and there were certain aspects of the water filtration system and the air handling unit that apparently weren't operated properly for the period of time. So they put all the time and effort to figure out what all the different issues are, and we're going to correct. There is no warranty anymore in the Ceresco unit for paying that, but Wight is absorbing the cost of putting the exhaust ducts on the east side of the pool. And if we approve this agreement, we believe that the air will work as it was designed, and there shouldn't be air problems in the pool anymore.
How is the $5,000 to $7,000 figure determined?
For Wight? Or for
It
what
says-
we're paying?
It says cost $5,000 to $7,000.
It actually, I think Kevin might have had the last time, we have to change some, there's just a lot of for that amount of money. They have to do some just correcting and fixing the Ceresco unit, like the louvers weren't working right.
Who are we paying? I mean, who are we
We're paying a company that's certified to repair and maintain a Ceresco unit.
Which is out of warranty.
That's out of warranty. So do you remember the name of the company who's doing that? I think it's in here.
Is there only,
I wonder if the warranty was voided when they put the new pulley in there or whatever.
Well, I will say, I give Kevin and Joel and Tim a lot of credit because, we had an architect that's not serving us anymore. We had equipment that's now been there 5 or 6 years or however many years, and they worked and got Wight to step up and work with Environ to get at least a significant amount of the repair cost in the new installation that is not being paid by the school district. The Ceresco unit, it's not the fault of anybody who's here, but it was not properly operated or maintained.
Was it big enough? Because early on, there was some thought that maybe it was the wrong size unit?
Well, you might remember probably 6 or months ago or so, when we had the results from Environ and we talked about it, and I even asked her, it seems like there was a couple mistakes in the report that made it sound. So Environ believes that the unit is big enough for the system. Was more the whole full thing, like the exhaust and the air blowing across, and the fact that basically what happened, people kept trying to do different things to make it work, and it didn't make it. It may have made it work temporarily or fix one thing, and it didn't really fix the problem. So if they can, and again, Tim might jump in because he knows, but if they fix the pulleys and fix the louver, and I think they have to replace a motor on it too, don't they?
I think they replaced the louvers because they're rusted.
They have to replace the louvers maybe, but when they fix it so it's in essence brand new again, and then they maintain it and operate it as it was designed to be maintained. Like the louvers are supposed to open and close, but they're stuck in place. So, and I can't remember which, I think in the cold air they're supposed to close and the warm they're supposed to open, or vice versa, but they don't work right.
See, I think that was the first solution, is they
They looked at the pulley to get more pull.
right, and they made that a deliberate decision not to have them closed.
Right.
But now
the
they're
pulley
fixing
guy
it.
said, don't close the louvers, and now they're saying, different people told them different things, and basically, besides repairing it, they've stepped up. They have a certified contractor now in a Ceresco unit, and they have the maintenance requirements for that unit so they can operate it. And there's a few other things, like with the lights that we weren't operated at the time, that will help. We have that infrared or whatever kind of light
The
that
bulbs
helps.
that were never changed.
It allows you to have less chlorine in the water and still keep the quality of the water high.
Well,
I thought another issue we had, and tell me if this is not related to it, but I thought we had a whole condensation issue where the beams were rusting on top, and the outlets were rusting, the electric outlets were rusting. And is that because of chlor, or is that because that's why I thought we kept the louvers open to get the humidity out of that place?
I think it was the chloramides and you weren't getting the airflow through. You weren't-
was-
you
we
weren't
weren't.
Okay,
pushing
so this
air
should
out.
handle it.
The
Okay.
initial failure of the unit, I think, was when all the,
And then they cut off the mounting brackets and.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the way I understand it, if I got it right, the Ceresco unit is on top where the exhaust is there, handles most with the Gary kind of things. The new ducts are handling this chloramide issue, which is really what bothers the swimmers and the spectators, because it's right at the surface of the pool, and everybody's breathing in there, so it'll suck that part out. But if the Ceresco unit operates right, it should keep the overall humidity
Okay.
out of there too.
So we never had the vents, then, you're saying, on the bottom, which would have then
Increased airflow.
eased the pull or whatever, the workload on the Ceresco unit.
No, you didn't
Could
have
have,
the
yeah.
vents to push the air across
Yeah.
the water and out.
Okay.
I wasn't here for the early part of this on the board, but in light of all the history that I know about and the failures of all kinds, this struck me as a good deal.
I thought
Very good deal.
I thought they did a nice job. I give them kudos. They put a lot of time and effort and did some little persuasion to get everybody to step up and do it for the cost we're getting it for. So
Okay.
Are we voting on this?
Yes, we are voting on this
Can
tonight.
we
It's a
read the
contract.
resolution?
So
Just let me add
so
something.
Exhibit A,
Hold on. Yeah,
Exhibit
go
A
ahead.
is what we're doing for 5,000 to 7,000?
hold on a second.
And then are we paying this company? Did we pick this company, or did the architect pick this company, or
Environment Orange
or
Consulting.
is this the only company out there that does this work?
it's in the contract.
I believe, I don't know for sure, but there's not a whole bunch of companies that are certified to operate these Ceresco units. But I do, John might remember, DLA's worked with them, so our architect knows that they do pretty good work.
And Environ,
Environ recommended, we
Recommend
believe,
too.
too.
Our
So
consultant.
two, right, Tim? Did the
Yeah.
two consultants say they worked with
Mm.
them?
Yeah. And all the work that Environ's doing, which is probably at a cost of about 10 to 15,000, is being reimbursed by Wight.
So on number 1 on Exhibit A, the district shall repair the outside air damper. And if not, replace it. Have we been told that it's just a repair and not a replace? And is there a difference in that cost?
that's the 5,000 to 7,000 range, am I right?
The 5
Tim?
to 7 is for the repair.
It's for everything in A.
And any, yeah.
So if it's not repairable in A1, that we have to replace it, did you guys discuss, is that a big difference?
Tim, I think the consultants believe it can be repaired, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I think they'd put it in there.
but I don't,
And that's why you got that range 5
I
to
don't know what
7,
the
right?
cost is on
Yeah,
replacement though.
that's
Yeah.
for the repair.
But that could also be that $2,000 difference from 5 to 7 is also replacement too?
Yeah,
The whole thing
Yeah.
could peter out. I mean, this is no guarantee that in 9 months it dies.
Correct.
But we have
So,
the warranty,
It's just
right?
making it
no,
functional
there is no
according,
warranty.
Oh.
yeah. It's just making it functional, given the, all the extra,
Let's
the
make it
venting and
functional
everything.
And being able to maintain it so it'll run the right way it's supposed to be.
So on number 4, it says the school district shall service and replace the cooling coil bypass damper. So you service it and replace it?
But it's-
I think that means long-term.
Yeah,
for
it
maintenance.
could have been written the other way. It's gonna be replaced and then it's gonna be serviced.
Okay.
The reason they're putting that in there is they've got up to, is it 6 or 9 months, the first period for the warranty?
9 months.
It's 9.
9.
So, and then if we don't hit the temperature, we have another 6 or 9 months. They wanna make sure that we properly maintain the equipment and that doesn't cause it not to work right, and then they're holding it back because we didn't do our part of the work. We have to maintain the unit.
Yeah, number 5, ongoing maintenance of the Soresco unit shall be in strict accordance with the Soresco O&M manual. Such work shall be provided by a firm that is factory authorized to serve and maintain the equipment. Do we have a company that we're gonna contract to do
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's the entity.
that's the one that DLA recommended and Environment recommended.
So are we gonna enter into a contract to do that?
Do we need a contract, or we're just gonna,
I don't think it's,
Maintenance contracts
Yeah.
up to a certain amount, a certain period, don't have to be approved by the board, Mike.
right, there. If it's under 25,000, it doesn't
Okay,
have to be approved by the board.
But yes, they plan that to turn to a contract, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Tim?
okay. And you guys think this'll bring us back to where we should have been in the fall of 2009?
Based on what our experts are telling us, that's what we're
DLA
doing.
Well-
and 2 consultants, right?
Right, I mean, this is complicated stuff.
And we
I made a
appreciate you
point-
guys going through it for sure.
The point is, I asked DLA, and there's many ways to skin the cat here in this design, so we can't really be pointing fingers. Something was incomplete, but the fact everyone sort of pitched in and agreed that this can get fixed, I think is positive. But I asked DLA, I mean, with all this engineering, would you sign off on this? And they said, basically, yes. So, part of me is deferring to DLA's recommendation. So let's see what happens.
All right, any other questions on this contract?
I have none.
All right, can I have a motion on this, please?
Resolved that the Board of Education, Township High School, District 208, Cook County, Illinois, hereby approves the agreement with Wight Company for the design and construction and repairs and improvements to the Riverside Brookfield High School natatorium as presented and discussed in the October 8th, 2013 Board Agenda Packet.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mike Welch.
And just for public knowledge, this work is going to be targeted to be completed in November, or early December?
Yes,
Yep.
that's why I was very hoping we could approve it today, so it can be fixed sooner than later.
Any other discussion? All right, Mary Ann?
Mr. Welch?
Yes.
Mr. Gritchen?
Yes.
Ms. Hruska?
Yes.
Mr. Jepson?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Cindy?
Yes. Okay, our next item
Can
on
I add
the,
something, Matt?
sure.
I mean, I think we have to thank the original community group. I don't know if it was the Otters or swim parents that made an issue of this and pointed out that things weren't done as well as they could have been. And
And
I
they
hope,
paid for some kind of testing?
yes, yes. And I want to commend the group and the parents who brought that to our attention.